In security, complacency isn't a mistake, it's a death sentence. Your job isn't just a uniform and a paycheck, it's someone's health on the line. Every single shift, lives and property balance on a knife's edge, depending on your focus, your team's communication, and whether your company gave you the tools to succeed or set you up to fail. Most of the deadly mishaps we see aren't born in a moment. They're hard baked into the system by clients who want security on the cheap and companies willing to cut corners for a few bucks. Today, we're exposing 5 potentially life-ending mistakes security professionals make, and as we go, I'll show you why the officer on the front lines is usually the last link in a chain of negligence that starts far above them. This isn't just a list of errors, it's a breakdown of how good guards are forced into bad situations. The number one worst mistake is both the easiest to make and the hardest to recover from, and what separates a professional from a liability. Mistake number 5 is the slow death of focus, multitasking to catastrophe. This isn't a guard being lazy, this is a guard being set up to fail. On a contract, you're not a security officer, you're a receptionist, a post office clerk, a call center, and a janitor. They just only pay you for the one job. You're ordered to make yourself useful, so you're buried in busy work while the real threat walks right past you. In-house is susceptible too. You're yanked from patrol to a fixed post with no context, then expected to somehow maintain a vigilant perimeter. You're covering 3 roles for the price of 1. This is inefficient, institutional negligence disguised as productivity. The client gets a false, if comforting, sense of security, and the company pockets the profit from an underutilized post. But the math is simple. The more hats they force you to wear, the less fitting any of them become, especially the one that says security. I can't track suspicious activity on the monitors if I'm sorting mail. I can't secure an entrance if I'm simultaneously scanning and printing multiple ID badges. Companies sell this as value-added service. What it really is security theater. And when the performance fails, it's the guard being told to exit both the stage and his employment. Number 4 is a silent killer. Literally, sloppy transitions. This is where intelligence dies between shifts. Roll call isn't a social hour, it's the most critical intelligence briefing of your day. Miss one detail there and you're walking a tightrope blindfolded. Imagine this, the day shift logged a group casing the parking garage, but the supervisor rushes the pass down and you never hear it. Now you're on night patrol alone and you have no idea you're walking into a planned robbery. That's not an oversight, that's a catastrophic system failure. It applies to everything. Was the fire panel disabled for maintenance? Was the CEO's disgruntled ex-employee escorted out and promised his return that day? If that information isn't passed like a baton in a relay, you drop it, and the person who pays the price might not be you. It might be the employee working late or the tenant who now has no protection. It's a shared failure, on guards for not demanding clarity, and on management for not enforcing a culture of meticulous communication. Landing at number 3, the complete breakdown of communication. Your radio isn't for gossip, it's the most important tool on your duty belt. It's the difference between a coordinated response and a fatal delay. Every second of mindless chatter on that channel is a second an emergency transmission gets blocked. That officer needs help call could be stepped on by someone arguing about their lunch break. That static is worse than just noise. It's a crippling handicap. It's not only about clogging the airwaves, it's about hoarding intel. If you see something and say nothing, you've created a vulnerability. That person muttering to themselves, that car that's been idling for an hour, that's not just your observation, it's a data point for the entire team. You tell dispatch, you log it, and you tell your partner face to face, heads up, potential problem on the north side by door 27. This is non-negotiable. Bad communication is more than a personality flaw, it's a professional failure. In this job, silence isn't golden, it's lethal. Number 2 is getting finessed, played, falling for distractions. Responding to obvious threats is a part of security, but more important is seeing the game unfold before the play even starts. And the oldest trick in the book is social engineering. Retail is a perfect example. A friendly customer engages you in a long, drawn-out conversation about where the towels are. Meanwhile, their partner is stuffing AirPods down his pants right behind you. You were so busy being polite, you forgot to be professional. You were manipulated, and you didn't even know it. It happens everywhere. A loud argument distracts you while a door is propped open, so someone with murder on the mind can enter. A request for directions pulls your eye away from the camera feed. Customer service is part of the job, job, but it's not your primary purpose. You must learn to engage while still scanning. Break eye contact intermittently and keep your head on a swivel. That distraction is no accident. It's a weapon, and you just let them unload on you. And here it is, the number one mistake, the complete loss of situational awareness. This is the cardinal sin of security, but also law enforcement, corrections, and any job that has downtime, potentially hours of it. And that boredom is your greatest enemy. Pulling out your phone to scroll TikTok isn't a harmless break. It's voluntarily kneecapping yourself. Consider this. People are beginning to evacuate a building on your post calmly, then frantically. There's a fire, but the alarm has failed. You are glued to your screen and miss the first sign, the abrupt change in crowd behavior. Your delayed reaction now costs lives. That screen in your hand just became the most dangerous thing on your post. Don't confuse awareness with paranoia. Awareness is a disciplined, active state of observation. It's noticing the pattern that's broken. It's feeling the rhythm of your environment and hearing the note that's off key. Clients hire a warm body, they get what they pay for. But you signed up to be the expert, the one who remains alert so others can rest safely. Lose that and you failed at the most basic level. Let's be absolutely clear. While these are guard mistakes, the root cause is often a cancer within the industry itself. Guards are the symptom, bad management and cheap clients are the disease. When a guard fails because they were doing 3 jobs at once, that's a company failure for allowing and agreeing to it as a part of his duties. When a guard misses a pass down because the briefing was rushed, that's a supervisory shortfall. They point the finger at the guard for a lack of vigilance, but they created the conditions where vigilance is impossible. You can't expect the guard to remain hyper aware on a 16-hour shift. You can't expect clear radio communication with $10 junk headsets with batteries that keep dying. This isn't just individual failure, it's systemic neglect. Real security requires investment in training, equipment, and staffing. Anything less isn't security. It's a calculated risk with other people's lives. These 5 failures, over multitasking, intelligence dying at shift change, radio chaos, falling for cheap distractions, and switching off, set the standard for what not to do. This is the baseline. Be the guard who fights that standard every single shift. Demand the support and training from your company that makes it possible, because your vigilance is the final layer of defense. For those of you who manage teams or hire contracts, this isn't a suggestion, it's a requirement. Real security isn't a line item on a budget. It's commitment, dedication, and an oath. That oath starts with the right tools. I've put together a security career toolkit with study guides, a resume template, and more, all available on my Beacons and Etsy pages linked below. And for unfiltered talk from the trenches, our community is waiting for you over on r/guard guides on Reddit. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more guard guides, and be safe.